Today's quote by Maya Angelou: "If you must look back, do so forgivingly. If you must look forward, do so prayerfully. However, the wisest thing you can do is be present in the present gratefully." As per usual, she has a great way of, a poetic, beautiful way of putting things. Yeah, so I thought today's session would be good to spend some time in the present and just remembering that there's a peculiar thing that happens in the future and in the past. So think of the future as really just expectations, right? We all go through life having, an expectation of, I'll be around for dinner. I'll probably be eating dinner at some point, or I'll probably be sleeping in my bed tonight, right? Those are expectations. So these are all beliefs or assumptions or anticipations about what we think is going to happen in the future. And then when it comes to memories, it's kind of the same thing, just in the other direction. So it's recollections, beliefs, ideas about what happened in the past. And what's peculiar about both of them is that they're incredibly, for the most part, we have a very uh, poor track record of accurately, like, there's no real objective future and there's no real objective past. So memories are notoriously malleable and modifiable. It's a whole body of science and like criminal justice, where you realize you can really manipulate you know um, people's memories or recollections of certain events, and you can kind of twist it. And so oftentimes when we have memories, we're so sure that, oh yeah, this is exactly what happened, and I know so and so was there and they said this. And so just casting a little bit of doubt into that and saying, like, no, we usually remember things the way we are now versus the way they happened, in equal measure, I think, to the way that we anticipate the future in a certain way. And for the most part, it turns out very different. And so the moral of the story is we're stuck with right here, right now. And so the question is, what's our relationship to right here, right now? And can we, really be present for what's happening right now? So that's the inspiration for today. So close your eyes. As you close your eyes and drop into silence, notice what's it like to bear witness to being you right now in this moment. Just noticing the body, sensations in the feet, the hands, spine, the head. And the peculiar thing about presence is, as soon as we sort of capture a snapshot and say, oh yeah, this is what my belly feels like, or this is what my hands feel like, it's almost instantaneously in the past. It's actually very simple, but it's oddly difficult to really stay with the present because each moment passes so quickly. And of course, we quickly come into contact with the reality, which is the past and the future are all experienced in this present moment anyway. So I have memories of the past right now. I have ideas about my future right now. None of it actually exists except for whatever it is that I'm experiencing in this moment. And that's a peculiar place to live from. Something very liberating about it when we can stay with it. And then there's something also somewhat unrealistic about just being a human being. We are going to spend a lot of time in the past and the future, but just remembering that all of that always happens in the now anyway. To see all of that in action, all you need to do is just sit quietly, like we're doing now, and just wait and watch the mind. Just notice when it drifts off into the past or into the future. See if you can just be aware of when that actually happens. To be clear, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the past or the future. It's not bad. It's just interesting to observe how much time we spend, that the mind spends in this time traveling trance. Sometimes it can cause us a lot of grief. And other times it can be beautiful. It's a source of creativity, imagination. All kinds of amazing things can happen in that space too. I'm just suggesting that we become familiar with noticing it when it's happening. If we're not careful, we can spend really significant portion of our lives in the what if and one day and if only, all that stuff, which is totally normal human stuff. So it's just about learning how to flex that muscle to be able to drop into, oh, but this is what's up right here, right now. Just sitting, breathing, safe in community. In my experience, the present is always significantly simpler and more straightforward than the future or the past that the mind presents. That's a kind of refuge. We want to make plans. We want to learn mistakes or lessons from the past. And the key is remembering that we apply all of those right now in the present. It's where the rubber meets the road. Oftentimes, the hardest part about accessing the present is just slowing down enough to actually feel it and experience it, which is not to say that you can't be present when things are moving fast or things are hectic. It's just typically much easier to notice presence when we actually just sit down and stay still for a few minutes. Take a deep breath in, long, slow out breath through the mouth, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, throat, eyes, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and in, out. Softening the chest, the belly, the hands. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, come on back. All I got for now. It's a beautiful day, and I hope it stays beautiful for all of you, and I'll see you tomorrow.